Hello and welcome back to the shittest podcast in the world. It's called Between the Frames. You may not have heard of it because no one listens to our podcast, but that's what it's called. So,
yep,
we are the three horsemen of the Between the Frames podcast.
Yep, three shittest podcasters right here.
Right, Limon, do the intro properly.
Okay, I'll do the proper intro.
Go.
I thought my intro was half all right.
Nah, mate. That intro was a solid 4.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'll get it to 5 next week.
4 out of 4.
4 out of 4. That means it's great.
Yeah,
it's
it's
100%.
good.
Oh, okay, right.
It's good. Yeah. So
100% in something.
yeah. Well, there we go. That is the intro to the podcast.
Beautiful.
I can't be fucked saying it again.
That's fair.
So yeah, welcome to the podcast Between the Frames. We got Mike over here, and we got Liam,
Hello.
and we got myself, Limon. So yeah, and we're just here chilling in Liam's apartment.
Yes, we're all wrecked.
We
You
are
can't
very
tell because
wrecked.
yesterday we had the photo walk, but it was really good actually. It was so sick to be back in Melbourne and just see all the familiar faces because
Yeah, it was great.
we did the photo walks originally in Melbourne,
Mhm.
Yep.
but then obviously we've done this huge trip, done
Expand.
photo walks all around the world, and then to finally come back and do another photo walk back in the home city was sick. So
It was good vibes. It was a little bit hot yesterday. It was 30 degrees
Yeah,
in the
that's
city.
true.
So nice Australian summer to come back to and do it. So everyone was like very chill and
yeah,
slow. And
Yeah,
I was like-
dehydrated.
it was so hard. I was trying my hardest to like try and speak to people and like get to know people, but I was like social battery was just dead.
Yeah.
It was hot, and I was like, holy fuck! But we pushed
Yeah.
through.
That's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
10 minutes into me like speaking like to the first person I started speaking to, my mouth just got dry immediately. I'm like, this is going to be a long night.
Yeah.
But it was still so sick. Spoke to I got around to a fair few people and had a good chat with them, and I had a really good conversation with a guy who I believe was called Noah, and we were talking about how he was really happy to keep photography as a hobby, and he
Right.
never wanted. He really doesn't want to go into it as a job. And I think that we had a really good conversation about that because he said he's really happy in the career he is in right now, or what he's studying, which is aerospace engineering, which is such a boss thing to study. Just
Yeah, it's
quietly,
pretty
like,
hectic.
he's into his planes and stuff, so good on him.
Yeah.
And then he really loves taking photos of planes. What do you know? And and also just other machined vehicles, which is
Yeah.
sick. But yeah, we're just having a chat about that, and I thought that was a really interesting topic because we are at the very other end of that spectrum. Not only are we photographers, we make videos about photography, which is also our job.
Yeah. And
So-
it's your full-time job as well.
Yeah, yeah. But the main part of the conversation was talking about like passion, because if you're just, trying to do photography as a job all the time,
It
like-
takes the fun out of it.
you know what I
sometimes.
mean? Yeah, it can take the fun out of it, 100%.
Yeah, and like sometimes you want to, I understand that completely as well, because sometimes you just want to separate, things that are just your passion from things that are actually your job. Because when the lines do get blurred, like I'm sure we will experience this, you end up obviously going through burnout because you're obviously doing so much.
Yep.
Your job is your passion, and it's all like the one
Know that
fucking same
word
thing.
all too well.
Yeah, and then and it leads to that lovely little word that we call burnout.
Burnout, not the fun burnout, the shit
No.
burnout.
Yeah, not
fucking
the
shit.
good
I did do a
burnouts.
good burnout though the other day. For anyone who knows, I've got a Toyota Chaser. Old
Vic Police
Japanese-
like listening. Like,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
actually, it was on private property.
Yeah.
It actually
perfect. It actually
genuinely
was
Oh,
on
yeah,
private
yeah, yeah.
property.
This isn't even me trying to like sound all like smart and shit. It was just on private property.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Yeah, it was
Traction
sick.
control off, just up the driveway, just that was
I did see it. It was great to watch.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dust behind
Yeah.
it. Good off-road
Yeah.
as well. Make the purists even more upset.
like,
Yeah.
don't
No, don't do it off-road. No, that car's
Yeah.
fucked. Deserves to be
Yeah.
off-road.
Our cars are more fucked now.
yeah.
Have that experience.
But
So if anyone wants to buy a immaculate condition,
Toyota Chaser, just,
You know exactly who to
we were
contact.
just
Never been
joking.
used.
It's all good. It's a really good car, and you should get it. 40 grand.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. So the topic of this podcast was I wanted to start off just talking about the photo walk and how do we all feel just going into it, like beforehand, throughout, and after as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like we know, like leading up to it's like, oh, this is quite, you get quite anxious. I don't know what it is, like your social anxiety just flares up because like, oh fuck, you want to meet like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's more so just walking like it's not. I don't really find it like I don't get like anxious as much. I used to before, but now like going there and everything's fine. It's just like that 1 to 2 minutes from when you're just in the like walking distance, like you're walking up to everyone and you can just start to hear each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, who do I go up to? And how do I initiate it? Because it's not like a professional event where everyone's seated and then you go up to people, you announce everything. It's literally just us walking up to you.
And slowly watch us appear over the horizon.
Yeah, legit. And people just like start pointing and looking at you.
Yeah,
like,
everyone's pointing.
It's Northborders.
It's them. It's like, all right, we're walking over. It's like 400 meters away. Like,
it's like,
walk over to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good though. It's so funny. Like, it's always good vibes. I said it yesterday on the photo walk as well, but at the start of all the photo walks, especially the Toronto one as well, like when we rocked up to that one, everyone was like a bit like segregated in their own groups and stuff, and no one was really chatting when we rocked up. And then by the end of it, everyone's like a big team. We did like photos at the end and like people holding up light bars, and there was one dude like on photo roll, like just just doing all that. Like, it was so good to see. Like, that's probably like my favorite thing about the photo walks is like watching everyone come together and just get hyped by the end of it.
Yeah, that's true. You see like so many people just like interacting with each other. It's great.
It's so sick to see.
Yeah, like I spoke to a couple of guys last night. They were like, like I've just been talking, networking with some other guys that are at the photo walk tonight. And like we're just planning some time to go out and shoot. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's so awesome to hear. Yeah. Because I was also talking about this with Mike the other day. Like as we were leaving the photo walk, how when we were like 12, 13, 14, we never had these like things. We never went to a photo walk. So we didn't actually have the opportunity to really meet even more creators than what we have now. So, but it's just cool that we get to help build the photography community and bring all these different people together through photography. Yeah,
100%. I feel honored to be able to do that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see so many different ages as well. There was someone there from 13 all the way up to like 55, I think. Yeah. There was all ages there.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to like a kid and his dad. Like, they were both
shoot
there
together.
Yeah.
They do photo battles together.
Yeah, just have your microphone a little bit lower.
I'm sorry.
It's like,
it's straight in my eye.
I've been looking at it the whole time. And Mike's been like here, like talking like this. I'm like, how can Mike not see it?
I could see it. I just thought it was normal.
No. It's like,
all right, my bad.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's Shitters podcast.
Yes.
Don't hate us for it.
That's right.
Love it.
That's right.
We love it.
But what else? Do we want to read out some of the emails or?
Yeah. Is that an ender thing or?
I mean,
it's
Shitters
podcast.
It can be done whenever. It can literally be done whenever.
Yeah, photo walk was good. All in all, it was a good photo walk. It was definitely a more chill one because everyone was tired, like because of the heat. But I think everyone got some good shots as well. We ended up going to some cool locations and stuff, which is sick. So all in all.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I'll read out some emails. I probably should have been getting it up whilst you were saying that little ending bit, but
no, we suck. Don't worry. You should put like a little like bum ba da bum ba bum ba da bum ba.
Getting the emails up. Getting the emails up.
And then just cut to the next
one. Yeah. So So this is a story from. This is a big one. From James Forrester. Have you? I think he sent emails before, but that was like ages ago, like when we did the podcast a long time ago. But this is his latest one. He was like, "Hey guys, just want to share a story about how your work inspired me to take automotive photography from hobby to profession. After watching the early videos from Mike and Liam about getting paid by approaching companies to take photos, I decided to try it out with motorsport. So I started calling and emailing different organizations and groups running events here in Melbourne. Eventually got a shot with the Victorian Drift Club to help shoot their drift festival event at Winton Raceway in Benalla. Do you know where Benalla is?
Benalla.
It's up north quite a bit.
Is it? I got no idea where it is.
It's a fat drive.
Okay, noted.
Any overseas listeners, everywhere in Australia is a fat drive.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So he was saying, I was instantly hooked and went to the next two events before COVID happened. All the events were cancelled. Went through a lot. Went through a bit of a mental health episode like any other creative, where I felt lost creatively as I didn't know what to do and being stuck in my house. Yeah, that's the classic COVID move. You know, you just
classic
COVID move. You just get get COVID, get depressed. That's what it is, basically.
That should be a t-shirt.
I gave up on photography and focused on my career, which thankfully I was able to keep due to working from home. That's great to hear.
Awesome.
Yeah, in my spare time, I watched Mark exploring Europe, and that scratched my creative itch while I was stuck at home. Finally, as everything began to ease, I was lucky enough to attend the Photowalk in Melbourne with Liam and Hayden. Oh, that was a private one that you went
Me
to.
and Hayden did a
Oh,
photo.
did you guys
Yeah.
do your own one? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
wait, that was a paid one.
Yeah,
think. One of
I
the
think so.
workshops.
Yeah, it was a workshop. Yeah. I think it was in like Mornington or something. It was with family.
Mark.
Yeah, I would have wanted to be there, but yeah, it is what it is. Use it, try my hand at YouTube and making creative videos. Thanks to both Liam and Hayden for really pushing me to do that while I was scared of what people thought. Yeah, fast forward and that day and being around other creatives pushed me to go back to motorsport and try my luck once more to see how far I could take it. While a difficult environment to be successful and paid I have since gone in to shoot the Shannon's Motorsport Australia Championships series.
Sick.
Oh, that's sick.
That's amazing.
That's really cool. Yeah, high-tech drift all-stars, even the V8 supercars at both Sandown and unbelievable at Bathurst 1000. That's cool.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Well
That's
done.
That's such a cool gig. Yeah, additionally, from the connections I made shooting these events, I was approached by one of the drivers to shoot his band, and they played a gig in Richmond in the 90s band Thirsty Merc.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for the creative push you were able to give me and even the support to start YouTube. And while I haven't been particularly consistent, having gotten these first few videos out of the way has allowed me to be more confident with both shooting videos and talking to a camera as well as just talking to new people. And thanks for everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you all again on the 4th of December for the Photowalk. Kind regards, James Forrester.
Jesus Christ. That
So
was the
a
longest
fat
email. Holy
Wow.
fuck.
Thanks, James, for sending that through. Yeah,
But-
oh, you go.
Yeah, because I just saw that email. I'm like, holy fuck! Like,
Yeah.
I should probably like bring it up because it's a hectic story. Like,
Yeah.
it's like because like thinking back now,
So much to unpack there.
there is so much to unpack. Yeah, that's why I thought it'd be good for the podcast.
Yeah, great. It's a great one.
Because it encapsulates so much stuff. It's like stuff before COVID, during, and after as well. And like I feel like so many creatives are experiencing similar experiences in that sense during these past 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
In that
Absolutely.
aspect, and like hearing this story as well, just like it's just so good that I feel like so many more people are now getting back on their feet after COVID,
Yeah.
and like I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah, I think like everyone experienced that like that creative block that we all got to. Like
Yeah,
it was like you had COVID and everything, and then it was fun for a little bit, like lockdown, cool. But then it was just like fuck, and then creatively you're like you just don't know where to go, don't know what to do, and
You're
then
stuck there, yeah.
even coming out of COVID, like even like the past year. I know I've even felt like super uncreative or sort of like lost in terms of what direction I want to go in creatively, because although there's like the creative block side of things, also during COVID, the whole like media, social media space changed completely, like with the implementation of short form content.
Yeah.
So now like you're feeling creatively blocked, but there's also all this, everything's changed. The
So much
whole
noise.
landscape
Yeah.
has changed, and it's
yeah.
I'm lost, and now there's all this other shit I have to do. Reels, YouTube videos, photos,
Yeah,
bloody
it's a lot.
Sketcher, whatever the fuck that app's called.
Sketcher.
Stitcher.
Do not fucking download
Don't
Stitcher.
download Stitcher.
Oh, you're not allowed. We do stream there, but you're not allowed to listen to this podcast on Stitcher.
Update. I was actually going through the podcast backend literally just today, and I've actually realized they've taken because we use a like a website platform to host all our stuff, right? They've actually taken Stitcher out. So we're not
Round
on
of
Stitcher
applause.
anymore.
Yes.
So have a round of applause, everyone. We're no
Thank
longer on
fuck.
Stitcher. Thank fuck
Oh,
for
To
who
that.
do
pay
we-
extra for that
Who
stupid
do we roast
platform.
now? What platform?
There's iHeartRadio. You want to
Radio
roast that?
fuck,
That's-
you listen on
that's pretty
iHeart.
cringe, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a perfect segue over there. How much we hate iHeart.
iHeartRadio. How about you just fuck off?
Yeah.
Got to say something.
Gotta crack a joke.
You got to crack a joke. Got to give it a go.
No, just going back to that email, just touching on that last bit of the email, how he said talking to the camera like has really helped him with talking to people as well. I like really resonate with that because ever since I've started YouTube, I've found myself like, I don't know, just being able to be more confident in talking and getting my point across sometimes, and just It definitely helps being able to speak to the camera and like you can just get out all your thoughts. You can literally say whatever you want to the camera because you know you're just going to edit it later, and that feels nice to me.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I even prefer speaking to a camera than some people.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like, but it has also helped me like in a confidence way, I think as well, like a conversationalist way as well, like just being able to speak
That's true.
to a camera.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
because it's not an easy thing,
No,
especially to
it's
start off with. It's very weird.
It is.
You're looking into the barrel of a lens, which is really just looking at you. So you're
Yeah.
just looking at yourself.
In a quiet room.
You can't listen to music while you're caught.
In
So
the
it's
edit, it sounds sick. Like when you watch a YouTube video, it's like, oh, this dope music, what a cool vibe. But the vibe is you're in your room and it's just like, hey guys, so today we're gonna be the new Sigma.
all I can imagine
Literally,
when I
yeah.
film with other people in the house is how funny it might sound from listening from outside, like muffled, like, hey guys, fuck! I gotta fucking do this. Hey guys, so today we're gonna. Like, that's literally what it
Literally, or
sounds
like you start stumbling over your words.
So that all said, and as always, as always. Imagine the neighbors just trying to make a cup of tea. Like, what the fuck is this guy
What's
doing?
going on with that?
doing?
Yeah.
Why does he keep repeating the same thing over and over again? He just keeps fucking up one word. Like, what's wrong with him?
Fucking stupid is this? How did they even afford the rent for this place?
Yeah.
They can't even say string a sentence together.
Legit. I don't know what they think, but like, they definitely don't think that we're filming a YouTube video. That's for sure.
No,
I don't-
There's something
no.
dodgy going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but no, that's really good, James.
Yeah.
That was
Good
a
to
solid
push
email.
through all that shit.
Yeah,
Push through all the shit. You've come out on top. Just goes to show there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to fucking keep going.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
good to push through. And that, we spoke about that a while ago as well. Like, if you consistently keep doing something that you really love, like, for example, James really loves motorsport and he loves photography.
Yeah.
He's mixed those two things together. He's gone out and he obviously loves it because no one dedicates that many hours of trying to get jobs and clients and all this stuff to make it work. If you just keep going and keep pushing, it will eventually work.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee a time limit on it, but if
will.
you just keep trying to make it work, you will find a way to make it work. It's just
Yeah.
It's like the
It's hard, though.
10,000 hours thing. It's like if you dedicate 10,000 hours to anything, you will become a master at it.
Yeah.
So it's just about showing up and literally just doing that thing, like chipping away at it every day. It's not like you have to grind for it every single day, all day, but just every day, if you can just do that thing that you're wanting to do, it will eventually work out. Just got to give it time.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
It reminds me of the Picasso thingo that Tom
Oh,
Nosky
The
posted.
Picasso,
Picasso.
like sort of mindset.
Picasso mindset, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
What was
knows,
that?
obviously, Leonardo Picasso.
Yeah.
What actually is Picasso?
Is the turtle, right? That lives underneath the drains or some shit?
Yeah.
That's Michael
No,
Picasso.
he's Da Vinci Picasso.
You mean Michael Pagani?
Pagani. Oh, yeah. Pagani. That's
Yeah, I
it.
hate
The car
when
manufacturer.
Premiere Pro crashes. I'll just use Da Vinci Picasso. Dude, it's way better. It's more artistic. Like,
It's so much easier to use. It
Yeah.
doesn't crash on you.
when
Yeah.
it does crash, you go, fuck.
No, isn't Picasso the nut you eat?
Yeah, Picasso
Picasso-
nuts.
Picasso
No,
nuts?
they're Picasso nuts.
Oh, Picasso nuts.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
Picasso nuts, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
obviously,
any fucking way. Going back
Everyone
to the
knows
quote.
Shittest jokes. Oh
Picasso.
my god.
Tom Nosky
Pablo
made.
Picasso, sorry.
Is that his name?
Pablo Picasso.
Okay, there you go.
Yes. Spanish.
All right. Shout out to Pablo Picasso, even though I don't know if he's listening, but anyway. So Tom Nosky posted, if you don't follow Tom Nosky, shout out to him as well, because he actually makes really good short form content, like a good example of what short form content should be, not some dumb.
This is me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that because he's going to fire me right up.
no.
Anyway, so he posted something and said that Picasso, over the course of his lifetime, made something like 15,000 paintings. But when we think of his paintings and what he's well known for, I think there's only like 3 or 4 that are really well known and come to mind.
Well, just a handful, yeah.
Yeah, a handful, right? And that's literally a handful of his work. It's like 0.0 whatever 1% of his entire collection and of what he's painted, let alone ideas that he's probably thought of and other things he may have done in his life, because I don't think he was always a painter as well. So so like basically what the main point of it is that if you keep posting and keep doing your thing, or it doesn't even have to be posting, whatever it is that you want to do. But if you are trying to get your work out there, if you keep posting and just staying on that, eventually something may be seen by more people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
Like, and that piece of work will be, associated with your brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we've tried to do that. Like I'm trying to do that a bit more with my YouTube videos. It's basically just means just don't be a perfectionist. Like stop trying to hold every piece of work and expect it to do so well when you should just like, be happy with it. Get it to a state that you like, get it out there and then move on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just about like, not putting so much pressure on every single artwork. It's like, just do the process of making, put them out there. And then over the course of say years of doing that, you're just going to naturally get better. And then, a couple of it's like YouTube, like a couple of your videos will go viral or whatever, but it doesn't mean every video needs to have the same mindset of like, this needs to go viral.
Yeah.
It's about making and doing it pretty much.
Which is what I love about YouTube. And I was speaking with Faye about this as well, is that YouTube is such a cool platform like that because it's the only platform that recommends content the way it does. Like you see things on the homepage, it's like man swims into shark, and it's like
from 10 years ago,
pixelated fucking video, but it's like
posted
it's just
6 years ago.
Gold. Yeah, exactly. But then there's also like a bunch of new stuff there. I even get recommended things that are like literally just been posted within that second on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, I get
like
that
stuff
well.
like that. Yeah. So it's just like nice to see a whole range of things. And I was even speaking to Faye about this as well, is that videos that are seasonal. So I've posted a few like autumn videos and snow videos and stuff. And each season they will get recommended again on YouTube, which I think is cool. Because like if you look up seasons or whatever the fuck, that's like a cool thing.
Yep.
Combo died. Boom.
So I like, as he was speaking, I'm like trying to go through and like find more stuff.
Oh, okay,
because
right.
I also asked the Discord community,
Creative
Society, if you're not part of that. We have a Discord as well. So I asked our Discord community as well if you guys had any questions. And so we do have a few. So one of them that we have here is actually pretty, it's definitely on topic with the whole short form content thing. So this person has said, first was at Damon James Nim. That's her name. So I've been doing photography for about 10 years and graduated with a degree in it. I was taught techniques most people have never heard of and know just about anything there is to know about the functions of a camera and studios. However, since the rise of social media, it seems like my degree and natural skill has gone to waste because people don't like professional things because they like trendy / artsy / basic things that can be taken with an iPhone. And this has affected my workflow since many people just want pictures of themselves or simple photos of their cars or something with easy editing. I wonder, do you guys think I should stick to my degree and natural flow, or should I force myself to morph into trends since I will probably go broke otherwise?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely... I don't think you should. I think you should always stick to your integrity. Stick to like what you actually want to do. Like trends and stuff are cool, but like then you're just going to be spending your life doing trends. Like I get it. If you have to make money, what I would recommend is get a part-time job or something just to like pay the bills and stuff. But when it comes to your like photography or like if you want to make reels and you know a lot about a camera, you can definitely make professional quality like reels, short form content and everything. Going back to what we were saying, have a look at Tom Nosky. He's all these reels none of them are trends and none of them are filmed on an iPhone. They're all, or some of them actually are, but that's because he has like professional iPhone LUTs and all that sort of stuff. But his main videos are filmed on his, I don't know, was it like his R5?
Yeah, his R5 and his filmer is a Sony. I'm not sure which Sony he has.
But like like you can definitely make short form content in a high quality way. But
yeah, definitely.
I know what you mean. It feels it's hard to see all these like random fucking bullshit things going viral, but that's what they are. They're random bullshit. Who gives a fuck?
That's what we talk about all the time is that like the quicker it comes in, it feels like, and obviously everyone's having to go at short form content right now because it really is, I can't stress enough, a slot machine algorithm. If you jump on and just start posting reels, the app will just reward you for doing it. like it eventually will just do well. And so that's when everyone's going to be jumping on it. And that's why there's just so much noise on it. Cause like when everyone is on it, it's so hard to like try and stand out and take just stand away from it, especially because there's so much shit happening. So like my advice, if you are going to do short form, is what you said, basically the same. It's just like stay true to what you want to make. But you have to try and find what is going to still be original and how can you branch off still from all the noise, like there's so much shit going on over here. How can you be over
just
on
like
the other
think
side?
outside the box?
Yeah. How can you think
that's
outside
true.
the box? So whatever you need to do that.
Yeah.
Also just,
But I also
Sorry.
think with this question as well, it also seems like it's also directed towards client work. So because you said
I'd love
people
to touch
don't
on that
like
as well.
professional things like trendy art, all that sort of stuff. And another thing as well, like you don't actually have to make reels. Like there's a whole side of photography that is completely separate from social media that you can also pursue as well. Like there are so many freelance photographers, videographers just doing their own thing, shooting weddings, shooting portraits, shooting like genuinely professional stuff, like actual commercial work as well. Like that's also a completely other avenue that you can go down. You don't have to create shorts or like be a quote unquote content creator, photographer to do well in this space of photography. You can do things that are outside of social media. Like I believe I watched a video the other day from Pat K. Like yes, he does YouTube and he does Instagram stuff, but he put out a video just saying how you really don't have to have a social media account to actually be a photographer or just an artist or content creator. There's so many other ways.
The old school ways.
Yeah, exactly. The old school ways.
What did we do literally 10 years ago?
Well, like, commercial work, weddings, like taking photos of cars, like fucking just
Anything.
regular
Every single
freelance
product
client
ever
work.
produced will need either I went to
Hey,
say this thing
isn't that
the
like
same-
a thing in Minecraft? Like the ether?
That's a different word again.
No, it's a nether. That's a nether.
completely different word.
Yeah. And look like sorry. Let's just
We transferred.
oh,
Fuck.
don't knock the plan over.
what did the plan ever do to you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's being too planty.
Yeah,
Come here.
it is pretty.
Just
plain.
grabs me instead.
Yeah,
Just starts strangling you.
You're like, boys, help me. Plants got me. No, what was I going to say? I can't even fucking remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either.
Either.
We made up a new word.
Either.
What did I
You
say
ended
before
with
that?
either, and then I interrupted you.
We're
So-
talking about old school ways of photography. Old school ways of photography. There was you could shoot like commercial
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, commercial work.
What I was going to
freelance
say
photography.
is every single thing that has ever been produced on this planet will either need a photo, a video, or graphic design done to it. How else is it supposed to be marketed? Because at the end of the day, you either work for a company that sells something or you sell something yourself.
Yeah.
That's how the
Yeah.
world turns. So to do that, the next thing after that is like sales is marketing, and marketing needs content. So bang, there's your fucking job.
And
you
another
go.
thing, another great way to make money right now is, and if you don't want to make reels yourself, there are so many YouTubers, us included, who don't have the time to make reels. So
Yep.
if you just go out and find YouTubers who don't have any short form content, approach them, just say, I'll edit short form videos for you. And now you've got a full-time editing position.
Exactly.
There you
And
go.
it's not difficult work. It's monkey work. You know what I mean? Like it's literally just bada beep, bada boom, fucking
Yeah.
post it up, get some fucking million views.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
legit. But the thing is, people will pay for that. Like YouTubers
Absolutely.
will pay for that. So if you're thinking, there was actually a guy who I met. I forgot to tell him this, but he was there at the Photowalk yesterday. His name was Piper, and he toured Europe a little bit just recently, but he was photographing it was like mountain biking world
Sick.
tour
Oh,
or
that's sick.
World Cup. And he was telling me like he's wanting to like make that his job and like so he can like actually get paid money for it, because I think he was just getting paid here and there for it.
Yep.
Like he said, like some nights he was like sleeping under bridges and shit in like Europe and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, that's so sick. Like just roughing it out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, roughing it.
But I was gonna tell him, I was like, dude, you should hit up those people,
Yeah.
like the riders or whatever, and just tell them that you'll make short form videos for them of them riding, and they would 100% be down for that because everyone wants short form content, but no one can be fucked doing it. So,
Exactly. And especially if you sell to them like, oh, hey, like I saw your social media, like it's flat. Let me be honest with you, it's shit. Like let me make it better for you.
Yeah.
Like you be upfront and honest and being like the person. Make sure they're sitting down and you're standing up to get your point across better. I heard that's like psychology. Like if you want to convince someone, make sure they're sitting down and you're standing. And apparently that will help you convince someone better. So sit someone down, sit that mountain biker down, get him on his bike if he has to be on his bike and be like, mate, your content fucking sucks.
That will work.
Yeah.
That will
He's
work.
like, fuck you, mate. You just get bashed.
Marketing with Northborders.
And I do one better. You get you could
Okay.
if you find content creators, you could reach out to them, right, and be like, I'll do your short form content for you. Like, give me a chance. And if they say yes, you could then go and teach another editor and outsource your work and just basically start your own pyramid scheme. That's what I'm teaching you to do. But
this podcast is
Pyramid
brought to
schemes
you
with
by
Northborders.
our pyramid
Ba-dum-bum.
scheme.
by Northborders, pyramid scheme Northborders. So yeah.
Dude, what if you had a pyramid scheme and you advertised it as a pyramid scheme? So people knew.
So people knew, people knew
It
it was
would
scary,
do
but you
well.
just-
It's
It would
more
do
just
well.
like, hey, just join our pyramid scheme. It's fun. Like, you're in a
It is-
pyramid scheme, but it's fun.
You'll make some money. Like
I mean,
guaranteed money in the pyramid.
if you're having fun and you're making money,
Everyone is
I don't
guaranteed
know,
a spot in a pyramid at some point.
That's your tagline. Everyone's guaranteed a spot. Oh, shut up, Siri.
Siri wants to be in the pyramid scheme.
Siri actually is in the pyramid scheme. If you're listening to this podcast, you're already in the scheme. So thank you. And yeah,
You look
anyway,
around here, everything's just triangles. Like,
yeah.
what's going on?
No, what the fuck? No.
No, okay, sorry, I went a bit off the rails there. But
Yeah,
no,
that is
honestly, it
very
is
off the rails.
outsourcing is also a great way to try and make some money. I don't know if he wants us to say it, so I won't drop his name, but we do have a good friend of ours that does some outsourcing, and he does make quite a bit, like a decent profit off it by getting the job, outsourcing the work to someone on Fiverr, telling them the brief, and then he's basically the middleman. You know, like that's a part of sales. He's the salesman. He is the director of his business. He gets in the sale. He palms off the work to another graphic designer with the brief, directs them through it, and then sends it back to the client. So being a middleman as well with all this, you could be a middleman for editors and be doing your own editing as well. It's a great way to make money.
Yeah,
You will make money like that.
Yeah,
It's just
I
a lot
mean,
of work. But
that is a lot of work. I mean, it's also the
You'll
same
make
as well,
money.
where you just like you have a business where you're just like getting the clients in and you just palm off the work to the people that work underneath you.
Yeah.
Like still this like, does that mean business is a pyramid scheme?
business is fucking oath a
that's
big
a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I know,
Pyramids,
I know, I know.
not that.
I don't. Yeah, it's
No,
just like,
let
I'll
me
agree with
explain it.
anyone.
A
Nah,
pyramid
just a shit
scheme.
joke. That's all it was.
It was
Yeah.
pretty shit.
It's very,
It's all right,
very
though.
shit joke.
Cool.
Yes. That's just moving on.
I do want to hear the definition of a pyramid scheme. though,
Okay, a
first.
pyramid scheme is where you say, hey, like, join my candle business, right? If you sell, like, 4 candles, I'll give you a commission. And if you get anyone else to sell candles, then I'll give you a commission. And it's like, there's a guy at the top making commission off this guy. And it's
And
like
he's making commission off
the
it.
guy at the top of the pyramid is making commission off, like, say there's 1,000 people,
Yeah.
right? But say you just joined and you get one new person, you're only making commission off that one person. So it's
Mhm.
essentially like trying to get as many people into this business just to get commissions. Anyways,
yeah.
Limon.
Okay. Anyways, back to answering more questions from the podcast.
Okay, we go solve.
Yeah. Wow, that was all from one person talking about like whether they should crop their models for reels.
We fucking suck at doing podcasts.
I feel like we do all right though. I don't know. mate.
Oh,
if you're
look.
listening to that at this point, can you put a timestamp and just let us know if we're entertaining
Yeah,
or not?
and
Because I
also
feel like that was a good chat.
Give
I
us
think it
a
was still
5-star
fun.
review. 5-star review us. It helps us
Apple
out.
Podcast, 5-star reviews
It
actually
genuinely-
helps. It
genuinely
genuinely
helps.
helps. Like that is one of the things I have to remember to say in the
Yeah.
outro now. Because if you give us 5-star reviews, it's like good shit.
Really good. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Anyone who's done that.
yeah, moving on.
Mock.
Oh. Okay, so next question from @unlockthepicture. What is the one thing which is on top of your bucket list?
Unlock my picture. I
Yeah.
wish. They're all black.
on top of my bucket list.
What is at the top of your bucket list now?
Fuck. I don't even have a bucket list, to be honest.
I don't think I have one either.
I
You
would
might-
say
That whole Europe trip was just like, I won't fucking do
Michael.
anything.
Yeah, I don't want to do
Like,
anything.
now we did all that. That was
I've
wild.
got a fucking unbucket list. I just don't want to do anything ever again.
Simplify. It's actually funny how it works because we really wanted to do this trip and we did it. And on the trip, we were like, fuck, this is pretty full on. Sorry, I keep messing up my mic.
It keeps going into your nose.
It's just attracted to me nose.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we did this massive trip and it was sick. Like it was one of those trips that like we really wanted to do. So I guess that was one of the bucket list things. And then we did it and we were like far out. That like took like literally all of our energy, physical willpower, mental strength and everything to do that trip. Because there's a lot of problem solvings and just every emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're back, it feels like we just want to simplify and like cut down. And yeah, that's why me and Liam, I don't know if we want to talk about this, but we wanted to sort of get rid of some cars maybe and like just simplify again. Because it's just like a lot of work to have your head in a lot of different places. So after doing such a hectic trip, it's nice to simplify.
Yeah.
So that's sort of where we're at. I don't really have anything on my
that's true.
bucket list
Yeah.
at the moment.
Do you have anything that comes to your mind? Bucket
Not
list?
really. Like, I think my bucket list is just, I mean, first of all, I never really thought about it.
I think we're thinking about this way too deep.
We are.
Okay,
thinking
what's
about
one thing you would really love to do
Yeah,
before you
yeah,
die?
that's
Okay,
just-
what's
let's
something,
reword the
something I
question.
really want to do is like do some sort of like fishing, like survival, like I don't know, go out on like a retreat somewhere where you have to like hunt for your own food, like make your own shelters.
Yeah.
You learn how to like real like back to basics shit. Like I reckon
Right.
something like that
That'd
would
be
be
sick.
sick. And like you learn how to like catch a fish and then like scale it, cook it.
Yeah, that'd be
something
fucking
like
sick.
that. It's just something I want to do. I wouldn't say like bucket list, but something I want to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That will be fun. Just
Yeah.
like bringing it back to basics and just going out, just living like how it was back
How we
in the
used
day.
to, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Something to do with motorsport. I think I'd love to race a bit more.
That will be sick.
I think I'd love to track the Subi a bit and just like go a bit more hardcore into that, or even get a proper simulator and go like more hardcore into that. And I don't know. I don't know where it would go, but like I've always wanted to do more things with racing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about mine, but I'm like, fuck, I can't think of anything.
Well, it's just something you want to do. It doesn't have to be
Yeah, yeah.
hectic. Just something you want to do.
And don't say skydiving.
No. I mean, look, I'm not opposed to skydiving.
Imagine all of us jumping out of a plane, like just imagine
all
it.
at once, just like, you know how people like tandem skydive and shit?
No, we don't tandem.
but
First
we don't-
time out, like just all on your own back.
Yeah, just by ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. No.
There's something, sure.
There's definitely something. I
What
don't
is
know. One thing that comes to the top of my mind at the moment, I've been really enjoying fashion. So it'll be cool to like, start your own label or something.
Yeah.
That could be fun. But
Yeah.
that's also like, I'm also thinking about like, fuck, that's a lot of work. And I'm like,
That's a bucket load of work.
Yeah. And I also want to simplify my life as well. So I'm like, oh, that's definitely not simplifying your life, is it?
You and me both gave like very non-simple answers to
Yeah.
simplify life.
Like Liam did
Liam
well.
had the
He-
most
he
simplified. Just
actually-
like, strip it all back to nothing. Where you
Yeah.
have to like
Yeah.
make your own fire.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
I don't know. I feel like for us, you either go nothing or you just go fucking full on.
Full on, like
Guys.
gold
what I
wrap
noticed
G-Wagon in
we do
Dubai.
in this podcast a lot, in our general conversation, if someone, say we're talking about plants or something, and then someone like coughs, then we'll just start talking about coughing or some shit. And then it'll like end up talking about like, we just ramble and ramble and ramble
That is
so
true.
much.
I actually need a ramble more because that made me think of
See,
something.
there you go.
No, I have to tell this story.
Go,
I have a
go.
great story to tell. When we were in Croatia, we went down to the beach. It was you, Liam, Chris, and myself, and we met this Croatian dude sitting on the beach, and we were having a chat with him. And I have never seen someone ramble as well as this man. This man could talk shit so well. The best shit talker I've ever met in my life. Like I couldn't get a single word in by the time, like he could just go through topics. Like he was giving us, like, for example, he was giving us an explanation about like the beach we were sitting on. And then all of a sudden he would transition the story into like, when the beach was first made, it's like a man-made beach, which would then go into like some war historical topic about Croatia, which would then go into like a different topic. And like, but he was just so smooth with the way, and all of his storytelling was so captivating. And we were all just like on the edge of our seats, like listening to this guy just talk shit about basically Croatia and his whole
But
country.
you couldn't get a
basically.
word in.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
you literally, like, you know, when someone's like properly rambling
Yeah.
and you know they're about to stop and you're like, that's when you're going to speak. Like, nah, he was just like, he was like this. He's like, yeah, so in Croatia 100 years ago, we got to do it. But like, it was just constant.
Bang, bang, bang.
For
It's
like
just
half
constant.
an hour. We're just sitting there like,
Holy
when is
shit.
this guy going to stop?
So anyway, so
God
I'm
damn.
sitting there. I'm like trying not to laugh at this point as well because this guy's been going on for so long. And then so I started to tune out of it because there's only so long I can hold my attention span for. I mean, this guy is just going for it. And then he looks over at me and he says something, and I think he thought that I got his joke because I was already like laughing. Sort of.
Right.
You didn't know
And
what he
then
said. You started going,
I started laughing because I was laughing about just this
agreeing.
whole
The
just
whole
the whole
situation.
thing, yeah. And then he thought I was laughing at his joke, and he had his like fist there so he could like do like the
Fist bump.
Fist
fist bump
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
But he didn't say that. Like he's just sort of like holding his fist there, but I didn't see it because it was quite dark. And instead of saying "give me a fist bump," he says in his Croatian accent, he's like "give knuckle,"
Give knuckle.
and that fucking sent me. Like,
Legit. And that became a meme for the rest of the
Yeah,
trip. It was like,
trip.
Yeah.
instead of like doing a fist bump, you just like, give knuckle, brother. Hey, brother, give knuckle.
I just think of that guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
was
love
a
him.
fucking funny night.
That
Yeah.
That was a good night.
Yeah, that was a good ramble.
Thanks,
Very
man.
good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, appreciate
That was
it.
10 out of 10.
Give knuckle.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
knuckle.
Give knuckle. Well done.
Give knuckle to me.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, give knuckle, brother. That's a perfect explanation. When you miss a knuckle, you say give knuckle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give
give
knuckle.
knuckle.
Come
Instead
back,
of
give
going
knuckle.
like, oh, bro, why'd you leave me
I have
hanging?
noticed you've not given knuckle in 10 minutes. Give knuckle.
Give knuckle, give knuckle.
Yeah. Instead of making awkward, you just go give knuckle.
Give knuckle.
There we go. That's a great way to break it up.
Give segue.
Give segue. I don't know what to segue into, but let's see. What do we have? More questions. So we go, what's the
This
bucket
podcast is
list?
going to be called Answering Your Questions and Give Knuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. I even said to the boys earlier today, I was like, guys, just like real quick, are we all good to do a podcast tonight? Because we just did a photo walk yesterday. And I know, like, we all know how mentally draining that is or socially draining that
Yeah.
is. So it's like, are we okay to do this? Because the last time we did do that, it was fucked.
Yeah, we have done, I think it was 2
Yeah.
podcasts ago. We were
Yeah,
so tired and like,
Yeah, yeah.
we're all in like shit moods or something. I don't know. I think we were just like wanting to come back home to
We also were
Melbourne.
living in that
It was-
sewage smelling, bug infested
Farm.
like
Oh,
I was going to say
yeah.
whorehouse, not whorehouse. Horror house, I mean.
Yeah, we're running a, that's our side business. Don't say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
on the potty though.
No, cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one. It's podcasting does take like you. I think what I saw as well the other day is like if you want to be like successful in anything as well, it's really important to take care of your health and like so true when it comes to like YouTube and podcasting. Like you need to have good sleep, be eating well to be able to do so much of this stuff that we do, like running a photo walk, next day do a podcast, next day film a video. Like
Yeah.
if you're not getting enough sleep or eating poor
Diet
food,
well, exercising.
dude, you're
Yeah.
gonna feel so bad, like really bad, and you're probably not gonna live for that long. To be honest, if you keep doing that,
Yeah.
there's taxing on your body, so you got to let
Yeah, that's
yourself
true.
rest. But I'm glad we did this, even if we are a bit tired. It's still
Yeah, I'm
fun.
like,
No, but this is still a good
literally just said,
podcast,
like, let
though.
yourself rest, and we're just like here, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Still
Well,
doing work.
within
Yeah.
reason.
No, but this is still a good. I still think this is a good podcast.
Yeah,
it's
it's a good
fun.
body.
We're having fun talking. It's
Hey
good.
guys, do you think this is a good podcast?
Let us know this is a good
Like,
we
podcast.
get
comment.
1-star reviews. We're like, fuck,
Oh, no.
no, my
Yeah.
ego.
Anything
Oh,
else you guys
no.
want to talk about on this potty?
We'll answer one more question.
We'll answer
and
one
then,
more
and then
question.
we'll wrap it up.
Yep. Okay. Okay, that's a shit question. Sorry.
Wait, what was the question? You have to tell us now.
No, it's just
Don't
like
say who was from there.
no, it's like, what do you think about Perth? Have you been and we ever do a photo walk there? I feel like the victim state of Australia.
The victim
The
state.
what is the victim state?
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Like they're a victim?
Maybe they just like get shit on.
Perth wasn't that bad. We went for a day.
Yeah,
I've never been.
I mean, I'd love to explore more of Western Australia because,
Yeah.
like, you have Victoria, we have a pretty, like, big state. To give you, to anyone overseas who doesn't know what Australia, how big it is, like, the whole of Netherlands fits into half of Tasmania, which is a little island at the bottom of our country. Victoria is like what?
I don't
Rambling.
fucking know.
What are you looking at me for like that? Limon has not looked at me like that.
Sorry.
He just goes and looks at me like, is there something in my hair? Or?
No, sorry. I just because I'm the only one like
Who can hear?
right? And I just heard a massive exhale
From
and
me?
I'm pretty sure it's from Mike because the microphone is right at his nose as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So I just started laughing.
Well,
at that.
shit is
Sorry.
podcast.
This is why we all need to wear headphones on podcasts. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring my headphones over next podcast. Anyway, WA is fucking huge. Yeah, I'd like to go. Bang,
Yeah.
finished.
Well, let's
I've
do
never
one
been,
question. Oh, yeah.
So I would love to check it out one day, but I'm sure we will do a photo walk there one day when we all go.
Yeah, 100%.
Adelaide's like,
Yeah. Okay. This one's a pretty, it's
Not
a good enough question. What would you say to the beginner audience about purchasing expensive gear, and what would you recommend?
Well, I would only buy expensive gear once you know how to use your current shitty gear. If you don't know how to use your shitty gear, buying a better fucking camera is not. It's like
It's not going to
it's
make you
like
any
buying
better.
a supercar and expecting to drive like a race car driver.
that's right.
Yeah.
Literally
absolutely.
not going to make you
It's
better.
exactly the same. Honestly,
Yeah.
like if your camera is serving you well, just use it to its full potential until it breaks or you literally outgrow it.
Yeah.
Like you need to understand every single button on that camera before you move to the next one, I think.
100%.
And like same
Yeah.
with the gear.
What would you say?
I'm 100% on the same boat as well. Like, and even still, like, there's a certain amount of fun that you can actually have with worse camera gear because although it is limiting, that's where like true creative freedom comes from because you have to like really push your camera to its limits and be like, okay, I know that my camera can't do this and this. How do I work around that? And being able to do that as well is a skill in itself. And I think that is so much more beneficial for you in the long run rather than just purchasing an expensive camera and just going from there.
For sure.
Some
Yeah.
upgrades that I would recommend though is a 24-70, a 35 or an 85. Look at one of those lenses. Polarizing filters if you're shooting cars.
Gets
and
rid of all the reflections.
yeah, it helps get rid of all the reflections. And a video that I just posted as well, black mist or cine bloom filter is also
Yeah.
They're
a
good
cool
fun.
effect.
Diffusion
Yeah.
filter.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good. Diffusion, yeah,
Gives
that's
like
what they're
a-
called, diffusion filters. So
a
maybe look
bloom.
at those, some cool upgrades for your camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking oath. All right. Good potty.
Good potty,
Done.
yeah, well
Wrap
done.
it up.
Thanks
Don't
for
be
listening.
silly. Wrap your willy. That's all for today.
Yeah, that is the podcast done. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. And as I said, if you're watching on YouTube, we are on platforms Spotify, Apple Podcasts, not on Stitcher anymore.
Hey!
Not on Stitcher.
Fuck.
And fuck you if you're listening on iHeart.
If you're listening on iHeart
you have to
Radio,
pay
just
for that
fuck
shit.
off.
So you better
Don't do
enjoy
that.
every minute of this podcast
Yeah.
you're listening
Why
on.
would you pay for iHeart Radio?
We actually, it just comes in
I
the
have no
deal and
idea.
they chuck it on.
I don't
and It's
know.
just
Fuck.
bullshit. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
so
just part of it.
Oh, yeah.
thank
And
you to
also,
everyone listening.
Are we getting a sponsor for the next podcast? That's actually exciting news. Just at
We
the
have a
end.
sponsor for our
have
shitty
people,
podcast. Actually, not that
approaching
shitty.
us for
I like that podcast.
No, I
I
actually
love it
like
too.
it.
I
I
love
know
our
we
podcast.
do joke about like saying, oh, we're shit at podcasting or whatever, but I thoroughly enjoy
Same.
taking out
Same.
this hour, chatting about photography. And I'm looking forward to doing it more like a bit more structured, like how we are doing it, like with the questions, maybe different segments. I don't know, maybe a section where we can do like funny shit we react to. I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, it's fun.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Obviously, the longer we do it, the more we do it, we'll get better at it as
Yeah.
well.
Look
So
forward to
we'll definitely figure it out in the future. But for now, let's continue this fucking jank that we have.
Yeah, keen.
Yep.
I love janky shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Give us
Oh, wait.
5-star reviews on that
Yes,
podcast.
also,
if you can.
5-star
5 stars.
reviews
Yeah.
if you're still listening. And buy my presets and Lemons. So,
Yes.
and Mike's is
Okay.
also.
It's
mine.
also
Buy all of our
Yeah.
presets.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Link
That's
up
it.
somewhere.
All
Okay, bye.
right.
Bye.
Goodbye. Ciao, ciao.
Take care.